queen contestant. Welcome, Brooke. That's Brooke with an E.
Brooke, here's your questions. Do you think that what people post on social media sites should affect college acceptance or job status? Why or why not?
Personally, I believe what people post on social media truly affects what people think about you, whether it be job status or college acceptance. I think that it should affect that because it is a huge indicator of who you are as a person, and especially when it comes to jobs, they want to see you as a professional individual. And I know that as a rodeo queen and a past rodeo queen, that I am very careful about what I post on social media. Not that I would ever want to post anything bad, but you have to take a second to double check what you're doing and make sure that it couldn't come off wrong on anyone that in the future being accepted in college or applying for jobs.
And define added money.
Added money is typically used in a barrel race, and it tends to attract more barrel racers to the event. It's usually sponsor money that is added on to what is the amount of money that is built up by the people who enter the race. Good afternoon. I'd like to start off by saying that I am a very persistent person. When I set my mind to something, I will get there. For instance, when I was 4 years old, I was on a trip with my mom in Hawaii when I spotted horses on the side of the road in a pasture. What did I do? Well, like every other little girl, I yelled, "Horses!" But I also kindly asked the bus driver to pull over so I could stop and say hi to them. After the millionth time, he finally caved and pulled over and let me get my horse fixed for the day. I grew up in a very suburban area with a family who was incredibly involved in softball and had never even dreamed about being a part of the horse world. But from a young age, I was bitten by the horse bug. I was that girl at school, the one who could spout off any fact about horses and galloped instead of ran at recess. Unlike many others, there was no way I was letting my obsession with horses go, and it didn't help that my family liked to attend the Prescott Frontier Days rodeo every single year. At this rodeo, it was what showed me what I really wanted to do with horses. At first, it was barrel racing. But then I caught sight of the queens with their shimmering outfits and their beautiful horses, and I decided that was it, what I truly wanted to do. Like I said before, my family has never been involved with horses. But that didn't stop them from supporting me in everything I wanted to do, especially my mom, who drove me almost an hour every single week so that I could learn how to ride and pursue my goals. It only took us a few months to realize that the woman teaching me was gearing me more towards jumping rather than barrel racing and rodeo. We went through a few lesson people before we were introduced to Tim and Jennifer Neese, who helped me get into the rodeo world and helped me finally get my very first horse. She was 14 hands of fire and taught me all I know about riding, mostly the hard way. It was through her and Tim that I was introduced to the Southwest Arizona Sisters Quadrille team. It took a while, but eventually I was able to perform with them all over the state of Arizona on my then new horse, Storm. That was 5 years ago, and to date I have been fortunate enough to have held 3 royalty titles and been able to participate in rodeo all over, including out of state. Despite my mom's concern for me and many drill performances watched through covered eyes, she has never faltered in supporting me, and neither has my family, who has affectionately deemed me the family cowgirl, letting all of our relatives know and anyone that stops to talk to them for more than 5 minutes. One thing that I have learned throughout these years is that the people you surround yourself with become your family, and I am extremely blessed with the family that I've been given, both in and out of rodeo. Thank you.